So Zuckerberg has decided to be a cocksucker now. A big cocksucker. So Mark Zuckerberg, has taken over my phone. When I went to switch accounts from one account to the other on Facebook, I pressed to switch accounts which were both logged in. Mark Zuckerberg logged me out. I then had to follow a procedure to log back in. I was presented with a screen. There was no other option on the screen but to accept access to all my phone numbers and all my other data on my phone, or else I could not proceed to log in. Again, I do not consent to that. I never would consent to that, and I don't want to consent to that. But in order to get back into my account, I was manipulated and forced, perverted the course of justice. I am being manipulated in order to access my own data on my phone, in my account. The operator of the site, Mark Zuckerberg, is tailoring the app, so I have to consent and agree to everything that he says in order to use it in any way. I cannot log into my account to get my photos or any of them until I consent to whatever terms he says, because it didn't have permission to access my numbers. And he is now blackmailing us to consent to new terms and new policies, or we can't proceed or log back in. That is a blackmail. You have an account with us. We have your data, your things, your information, your possessions, your photos. We are now going to blackmail you. I'm Mark Zuckerberg. I've got all your photos and information and data. If you do not allow me, Mark Zuckerberg, to access more data and all your phone numbers on your phone, I am not going to let you log back into your account. I've logged you out, and I'm going to blackmail you now with a new policy update. You cannot continue to use my product or access your possessions until you do what I say and consent to accept to my new policies. And I want more access to your phone and more things, which I accepted only to proceed to log back in with the knowledge and intent that I was going to unagree, and unconsent and unaccept access to my addresses after I got access back to my account. After which I'm presented with this page, which is meant to be sending a login. I've got an email code. It sent the email code. I put the code number in. And now it's stuck on this page. Now, it is not doing anything. The other way, the only other way to do it is WhatsApp. I don't have WhatsApp. I'm not a member of WhatsApp. I haven't got WhatsApp, and I don't use WhatsApp. I've got Signal, and I've got Messenger. So now Mark Zuckerberg is blackmailing me, right? This option to reset is not working. It's just sitting there. No message has been received. And also, it forces to connect all my phones together. Now, if this doesn't work, the only option is WhatsApp. So now what Mark Zuckerberg is saying, you will download this other app and sign up to it and have an account, right? He's now controlling me. He's now making me obey him. It's like saying, you will now buy a car. You will now buy a Tesla. And then when you drive the Tesla for 4 weeks, it won't start. And a message comes up and saying, unless you now buy Michelin tyres on your Tesla, it won't start. And then you buy Michelin tyres, and then the car shuts off and it doesn't work. And you're stuck in Newquay or in Wales. And a message pops up saying, now you will buy a red jacket from H&M or the car won't start, right? So you have to go buy a jacket from H&M and then scan the tag on it into the car, and then it starts up. And then it says, right, I'm going to drive home. And now it says, you're not going to drive home, you're going to drive home through Chester. If you don't drive home through Chester, through a new gateway in the centre of Chester, you can't go anywhere, right? And then what's he going to have us done, right? Mark Zuckerberg is blackmailing us to consent, submit and accept to what he wants us to do. Even what apps we have to get. Where's it going to end? Who is this guy? I am not fucking installing WhatsApp on my phone. I don't want it, and I do not consent to Mark Zuckerberg having anything